Luntha guarantees credibility narratives, documentaries, press services, and programs on location or outside live broadcasting of mass and other church functions, government or indoor functions, and political rallies, creation and broadcasting of special programs, sponsored content, sports and entertainment, and advertising for small, medium, and large enterprises. All services are offered at competitive prices. Tune in daily to catch Luntha Television on Zuko on Channel 51, Starsat Channel 474, Star Times Channel 474, Topstar 474, Kriyekilie 007, GoTV on Channel 807, Azam on Channel 386, and live streams on our YouTube and Facebook platforms. You can find us in Area 2 Lilongwe or can reach us on 0883 815 055. Come, let us help you grow your business.
Glad you could join us for our 7:30 news bulletin. My name is Tandy Wemzmara. Let's have a look at our top stories. Pope Francis prays for Ethiopian landslide victims. President Chawera pledges promotion of sustainable housing through Malawi Housing Corporation. Public Accounts Committee PAC of Parliament demands progress in Jingeni Zalewa Stretch Road rehabilitation works. And in other news, former South African President Jacob Zuma expelled from ANC. We have the details to these stories and more. To stay with us. Pope Francis has prayed for the victims of the landslides in Ethiopia, expressing sorrow that while disasters and hunger persist globally, the production and sale of weapons continue to fuel wars and human suffering. At the end of the Sunday Angelus, Pope Francis stated that he stands in solidarity with the suffering people and the rescue workers offering assistance. The death toll, now at over 255, continues to rise following two devastating landslides in the Gofa zone of southern Ethiopia, with the affected population in dire need of humanitarian aid. We have more details in this Vatican News report read by Charity Chilanga.
The first landslide in the remote mountainous area of Kinshasa, Kozidi, was triggered by heavy rains on the 21st and 22nd. Followed by a second landslide that engulfed rescuers. Pope Francis highlighted that while many people worldwide suffer from disasters and hunger, the production and sale of weapons continue fueling wars and consuming global resources. He called this a scandal that the international community should not tolerate, noting it contradicts the spirit of fraternity exemplified by the Olympic Games that just opened in Paris. The Pope also noted that Sunday, July 28th, marked the World Day for Grandparents and the Elderly, themed "Do Not Cast Me Off in My Old Age" from the Book of Psalms. He lamented the abandonment of the elderly, a sad reality that must be addressed, especially in the summer when loneliness can be particularly burdensome. He urged for stronger bonds between grandchildren and grandparents, emphasizing that saying no to the loneliness of the elderly is crucial for our future. In conclusion, he asked everyone to always remember the elderly and give a round of applause to all grandparents.
The Episcopal Conference of Malawi, ECM, has asked Catholic Christians in the country to care for elderly persons who it says form a very critical part of the ecclesia. Catholic Auxiliary Bishop from Zuzu Diocese, Right Reverend Johannes Suzio Nyirenda, sounded the call on Sunday during a Eucharistic Mass of the national celebration for the 4th World Day of Grandparents and Elderly at St. John's Mzambazi Parish in Mzimba District. The bishop was referring his call to a message authored by the Catholic Church leader Pope Francis on the elderly. Herbert Kadana has filed a report read in our studios by Rashida Matandika.
The Pope said in his message, which was released by the Vatican Secretariat on Saturday, that the elderly are a firm foundation of the future. He said this foundation is the one which new stones can be cast on. However, in an interview, Bishop Nyirenda said the Pope wanted to emphasize that elderly people are a rock of the Church and every nation. Bishop Nyirenda then said, as a cornerstone, these people are supposed to be cared for and respected. During the Mass, Father Raymond Mwale read out the Pope's message, which has been translated in Tumbuka to the congregants. The bishop also provided gifts to almost every elderly person who was in attendance. In 2021, Pope Francis directed the Church worldwide to be celebrating the National Day for Grandparents and Elderly on the 4th Sunday of the month of July every year. The first day for grandparents took place in 2021.
State President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera has pledged to continue promoting sustainable communities through affordable housing under an initiative called Project 250 under the Malawi Housing Corporation. He made the sentiments on Monday during the inauguration of the National Housing Symposium in Lilongwe, aimed at addressing pressing issues of sustainable and affordable housing in the country. We have more details on this report filed by Charity Shilanga.
Chakwera said the initiative will see construction of 250,000 houses in the next 10 years, adding that 500 of these houses are already underway. He said the symposium has come at a critical time when Malawi seeks to transition to climate-resilient and affordable housing for everyone, informed by the unfortunate recent events of natural disasters that destroyed both private and public infrastructure, leaving the country with no choice but to standardize construction of houses to make them hazard resilient. The symposium is scheduled to take place from 29th to 13th July 2024. Convened under the theme Sustainable and Affordable Housing in Pursuit of Malawi 2063, the symposium will focus on fostering community-driven housing solutions that promote inclusivity and resilience, promoting innovation in housing solutions that are affordable and sustainable, advocating for low-cost housing models, and identifying financing solutions for housing projects. The Habitat for Humanity recently reported that over 4.8 million housing units in Malawi are substandard, mostly made of mud and grass thatched. The report suggested at least 21,000 new housing units will have to be constructed annually for the next 10 years to meet the current housing demand.
Public Accounts Committee PAC of Parliament has expressed dissatisfaction over the slow progress in the rehabilitation works of the Shingeni-Zalewa Stretch Road. Speaking at the site meeting held at Kamwamba in Neno District with the Road Fund Administration, Roads Authority and Dika Construction